Hi, welcome to This Is My Architecture New Zealand. I'm Nick, and I'm joined by John from Xero. Hi, John.
Hey, Nick, great to be here.
And for people who doesn't know what Xero does, can you tell us a little bit about Xero?
Yeah, so Xero is a small business platform with over 3 million customers across the world. We want to make small businesses thrive and get paid faster.
Sounds great. And what were some of the challenges you were trying to solve with this architecture here?
Yeah, so at Xero, we've got a massive developer base. So at Xero, we've got over 1,600 developers, and they're building new services or maintaining legacy services.
That is a lot of developers. And how do you actually provide secure access to all these developers around the globe?
Yeah, security is so important at Xero. So for us in the architecture, we've used ALBs. So for our developers, they'll access our portal through the ALB. And one of the biggest benefits of that is that they don't need to go through a VPN to access it.
And what actually enables this portal?
So we've got a number of services that we use, and some of the biggest ones is EKS. So we actually host our portal on Kubernetes clusters, and we take advantage of SQS for our queuing jobs.
Awesome. That's really great to see decoupling there. And what actually makes these resources into your AWS accounts?
Yeah, so the secret sauce behind our entire portal is that we're using Terraform that is running on EKS. So with all the jobs that we have with our self-service forms, they're going into the queue, they're getting run on EKS with Terraform that's been configured. That then goes out into our various accounts to configure resources like RDS, as well as network configuration and application servers. And I think a really big thing to mention about this is that we've got over 150 networked accounts out there in AWS across multiple subnets.
And how do you actually ensure best practices with all the resources that developers are creating into the subnets?
Yeah, so that's been a problem for us since the start. So we started off with 2 AWS accounts. Now we're going over to 150. So we've needed to use resources and applications that make it easier for us. For us, Resource Access Manager has helped a lot with that. So we can have a single configuration that spans across those accounts, and that makes managing those accounts and those subnets so much easier for us.
It's really great to hear developers can create resources directly into production subnets. And what was some of the feedback you heard from developers?
When we started this out, a lot of the feedback we got was it's super hard to create infrastructure that is compliant. So we can use all the great services in AWS, but to put that Xero flavor on it can be quite hard as well. We forget things, there's human error. So we've been able to actually use these great services and put that abstraction layer on top of it to add that Xero flavor to make it super easy. So we're seeing people taking minutes to provision something instead of days to provision.
That's awesome. And thank you for sharing this interesting architecture.
Great. Thanks very much, Nick.
And thanks for watching This Is My Architecture.